Guys, so today we're going to talk about Verne's Mysterious Island, and then next week we're going to do our final Zen Original table on Wrath of the Elder Gods. So it's been great covering all the Zen Originals. I found some of them to be fun, some of them were okay, and some of them were just not my taste. But as a guy who enjoys Williams tables, I will say that they're not bad. And some of them play like Williams, with realistic physics. So that's what we have on the horizon is Wrath of the Elder Gods next, which will finish off the Zen Originals. And then we're still voting on whether to do Marvel tables next or Star Wars. So far, Star Wars is leading, but you can still vote, until the last Zen Original, which is Wrath of the Elder Gods. So I want people to be able to vote before we move on to a whole new collection of tables. All right, so let's talk about Verne's Mysterious Island. So I think the best way to do that is first introduce who Jules Verne is. So he was born in 1825 and he lived until 1905. He was a French novelist, playwright, and pioneer of the genre science fiction. A lot of the works that he's credited for involve themes of exploration, technology, the spirit of adventure, human ingenuity, and a lot of people also call him the father of science fiction alongside H.G. Wells. So he wrote some major works, and those books include 5 Weeks in a Balloon, Journey to the Center of the Earth, From the Earth to the Moon, 20,000 Leagues Under the Seas, Around the World in 80 Days, and of course, The Mysterious Island. So a lot of his books deal with sort of themes that you see in a lot of pop culture today, with mysterious islands, castaways, survival kind of movies where you're surviving a shipwreck, and so his novels really inspired those kind of tropes in modern cinema, even in video games and other short stories. So the story behind his book, The Mysterious Island, is prisoners escape in a hot air balloon during I think it was the Civil War. And so they escape in this hot air balloon, and it gets stranded in the Pacific Island, in a remote part of the planet, right? So these prisoners have to survive using their knowledge of science, engineering, teamwork, to make tools and build shelters, and to basically make the island habitable, right? But there's also mysterious things that happen, like food appearing randomly and other things. And so what they find out later on is Captain Nemo, who is from another novel from Jules Verne, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, is actually aiding the crew from a concealed submarine. So Jules Verne likes to tie in his novels and kind of put them together so you get like a bigger world, a bigger picture kind of thing. I have never seen any of the movies, but there's been plenty of film adaptations. There's been a 1929 movie on the Mysterious Island, which is partly silent, partly sound, and it's more on the underseas adventure part than it is on survival. So it's not really like a authentic adaptation. And then there's a really popular one from 1961 by Ray Harryhausen. And it was made popular for its huge spectacles and creatures. So they used like these giant crabs and bees on the set, and they used it in the film. And that's kind of what you see in a lot of adaptations of the Mysterious Island trope, where you see a lot of these huge creatures, right? Things that you normally don't see in everyday occurrences in everyday life. There was also a mini-series that popped up in the 1970s and 80s. There was a Japanese anime series from 1982. And in 2005, there was a mini-series by Hallmark starring Patrick Stewart as Captain Nemo. There was also a 2012 film called Journey to the Mysterious Island, which was a loose sequel to the 2008 movie Journey to the Center of the Earth. And so both of those movies are adapted based from Jules Verne's work. And I haven't seen those either, but those are on my watch list. I think Dom recommended me one of those. So you have here with his novels and these film adaptations, this castaway survival trope that's very popular in modern and pop culture. Think of the movie Castaway with Tom Hanks, one of the most popular modern castaway takes, right? That's a film that I'm been meaning to watch again because I remember it being really good, because it really kind of talks about isolation and solitude, which is a little bit different from the Mysterious Island, where you're stranded on an island with other people. So it's a little different, but it's kind of similar. And so this Mysterious Island trope that was inspired by Jules Verne's novels, a lot of them have to do with secrets, strange creatures, lost civilizations, and it's almost become like this storytelling archetype in itself. You see it in things like King Kong, Jurassic Park, Lost, the TV show, and it just makes for some great, novelization and, of course, cinema. And I think there's also been quite a few games with the same trope. I don't know any off the top of my head, but there's been a lot of crafting / survival games are very popular games lately. Of course, there's been a lot of zombie survivor games, but there's also been a ton of just crafting and survival games that are very interesting and difficult in some respects. So that's all I really have to say about this. I was gonna watch the movie, the 61 movie, but I wanted to save it for another time for a separate Pinball and a Movie. So what I want you just to take from this is Jules Verne, who this table is based on, was a French novelist, playwright, and pioneer of science fiction. And a lot of his works talked about exploration, technology, the spirit of adventure. And he was really advanced, for his time. He was writing. I think people even say he was a time traveler, because he's writing about all these advanced technologies in the 1860s, 1870s. So it's almost they think of him as a time traveler. And some of his major works, to recap, are 5 Weeks in a Balloon, Journey to the Center of the Earth, From the Earth to the Moon, 20,000 Leagues Under the Seas, Around the World in 80 Days, and The Mysterious Island. So there's a lot that you can take from this. You can read his books, you can watch the movies, the adaptations, and it makes for a somewhat interesting table. So the table itself, I think it's not a table that I can say I enjoy. There are things about it that I like. I like the crafting aspect, the fact that you can choose from different characters before you play the game, and you get different perks. So I like that part about it. But I don't think the table itself is just kind of too difficult, and it feels like crafting seems really difficult as well. And so for this one ball challenge, I don't think Verne's Mysterious Island makes for a good one ball challenge, because you don't really get to utilize, the kind of way that this table is meant to be played, with the crafting. And I think it's a table that you have to spend a lot of time on, where you need extra balls, you need more than one ball. So, and you can't really do everything with one ball. So that was what I, didn't like about it. But there are some things that I liked, which is the crafting part. I thought it presented itself well, that the table has a night feature. It'll turn dark, it'll turn day. Has great sound effects where you hear the ocean breeze, the birds in the jungle, trees rustling. So the sound effects department, it's good. But it just seems like it's just way too difficult for what it's trying to do. And the modes themselves are actually kind of difficult. Some of the modes are just kind of too hard to do. But yeah, it's an alright one ball. It's an alright Zen Original in my opinion. I just feel like it could have been done a little better. I feel like it could have been a little more easier or more playable, but it's just kind of way too difficult, because the space between the flippers and the objects are on the lower playfield are just too close to each other. So you hit something like a corner post, and it could easily drain down the middle, right? You have no time to react. But let's look at the tournament now. So we had a pretty good amount of people, 26 people in an open tournament. And our first place goes to Gapvik with 18 million points. Congratulations, Gapvik, because I tried this with the 3-ball, and I think I even got an extra ball. And so I don't even think I even got close to 18 million. So that is a crazy good score there. Congratulations to Gapvik. He is a Williams guy. He enjoys Williams tables, but it's awesome, always awesome to see him do really well in these Zen Originals. And remember, too, these are realistic physics, so it's not like they're easy, right? So in second place, we have King Balchi 100 with 10 million points. Congratulations to King Balchi. So these past tournaments, King Balchi and Gapvik have been really close. I love that. And a little side note here is King Balchi was apparently, Fisher's Method told me that the person who beat King Balchi's score in the Party Zone tournament is a known cheater. So King Balchi was really the winner in that tournament. So again, congratulations to King Balchi on that Party Zone tournament. And in second place here, Spazstick won in third with 8 million points. Fourth place, my friend Urko 1945 with 5 million points. Tried to beat Urko's score, but I just couldn't. I only had 3 million. Underneath him, we have Carpy Sun in fifth with 5 million. In sixth place, UTD 4000 with 5 million points as well. So a lot of 5 million here. Look how close these are. Going down, I had eighth place with 3 million points. Bad Jack Daniels in ninth with 2 million points. Let's see who else. Johnny in 16th place with 1 million points. Hello again to Johnny, who's been in our tournaments. MK in 20th place with 816,000 points. Shout out to MK, who's also been in our tournaments recently. And I think that's everyone. So thank you guys for playing in this tournament. I hope you enjoyed. And now we move on to our last Zen Original, Wrath of the Elder Gods. So this will be a closed tournament, 1 ball, unlimited, 10 attempts, 6 days, right? 6 days, 10 attempts, 1 ball, private. And today is, what's today? The 13th of September, so 9/13/25. Okay, so the password is going to be 9/13/25. Let's go. Okay, so I have to edit this again. No, that's fine. Apply one ball. Okay. So here is the tournament. The ID will be in the description, and I'm going to give it an attempt here. So I've played this table a lot on the director's cut on Pinball M, and of course this, but I never get tired of this table for some reason. I just like it. Okay, so see if I can get a mall multi-ball. I think that's like the big... Oh, I keep on forgetting the skill shot. That was on me. Oh, come on. I love the announcer, Cthulhu's announcer. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. See, Mom multi-ball, I remember that's like a big way to get points. One more letter. Okay, what do I do here? Cult? Oh, I got a little multi-ball here. So we have to hit the lit lanes. Okay, I want the mall lane. Oh, I kind of miss my pop-up scores. I gotta turn those back on. There we go. I'm just kind of... Okay.
Your plan will fail. Your time is better spent elsewhere.
Okay, hit the flashing lanes, right? Oh no. There we go. Oh no.
It's too late. Far too late. Can't you see?
Oh. Nope. Nope. Through the bumper and mall lanes. Oh no. What's going on here? Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh. These sound effects are scaring me a little bit. Oh, collect. I have the collect on the right orbit. There we go. Extra ball score. So I got like 20 million points right there. That's huge.
Where is that light coming from?
Kick back. Oh man. Slow it down. Okay, what's on the left orbit? Oh man. Oh! Oh my gosh, that was close. Let me get that mall multi-ball going. Oh. No! Defeat the cultists. Okay. How many more do I have to defeat? Okay, there's one more on the right. Scoop. No! I think I might have completed that mode.
But it helps. Yes.
If I had gotten into that scoop. Man, well, I'm going to take that because that's a really good score, I think. 44 million. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this last week of our Zen Original on Wrath of the Elder Gods. Don't forget to vote on the community tab. between Marvel or Star Wars tables. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Take care, and thanks for watching.